Hello, I'm Tapout, and today I want to talk about the different ways you can play Splatoon. Because I might have mentioned this in another video, but I think I will mention it again. If you have every option to play Splatoon available to you, you should use every opportunity to play Splatoon that you have available to you. I just got a fucking email at like 9:30 at night. God knows what this could have been. Get this, just get this out of my sight, bro. Can't stand my phone going off for any reason, honestly. I turned off notifications for practically everything. But what am I getting at? What I'm getting at is, in terms of avenues to get better at this game, it is actually best for you as a player to use all of them, right? You can have a preferred way of more serious play. In fact, you could just have a more preferred way of playing in general. But rotating what you play as a player trying to improve is so important. So important, right? It's important to play Anarchy Battle. It's important to play X Battle. It's important to play Anarchy Series. It's important to play Sendoku. It's important to play Scrims. It's important to play Tournament Pickups. It's important to play Salmon Run. Believe it or not. It's important to play weapons that aren't your own on occasion. Sometimes it's even important to just get in a private battle, play 1v1s. Sometimes it's even important to give yourself some perspective and play Turf War in solo queue or the Splatfest. Because every now and then, even the far less serious scenarios that you find yourself in, you will learn something that becomes very important to your growth as a player. Okay? Me playing Colors Aerospray started as an exercise for Sherby because I heard that they wanted to try playing around screen, and I was like, I'm just going to play the screen weapon that I think can get the most screens, right? And I ended up having enough fun to keep playing it. But I also, because I was using screen so much when I previously hadn't really played screen on anything other than like 52 Deco on occasion, I had also learned some things about how people behave around screen. You know, people don't want to get hit by the screen, which means that they end up bleeding to the edges of the screen, and that's something I can take advantage of. If they do go through the screen, they're damaged, and that's something I can directly follow up on and anticipate, especially if somebody has a sensor on them, right? And because screen is so similar to Inkstorm, it actually became a practical lesson for me to have played Colors Aerospray. Now, do I still think I'm learning things while playing Colors Aerospray now? Not really. I think it's more useful as a tool to perhaps diagnose how good a player is, because if you're playing on a team as the Colors Aerospray guy, you're going to notice real quick exactly what the problem with a team is, and I'm pretty sure I've said that before too. I played a Sendoku set on Colors Aerospray. Instantly, I was able to clock exactly what was wrong with the gameplay that was going wrong, and we still lost the set, but you know, the fact that I was able to notice it so quickly was certainly something, right? Because when you're doing well, Colors Aerospray can be a pretty big boon. At least the way I play it, right? Where I'm mostly just using screen and burst bomb for damage combos and for area control, right? It's honestly not that different from just playing like a very mobile splash. But when things are going wrong, the weaknesses of it being an Aerospray and it not having a crab tank start to really show their colors, right? This guy is so beyond dead. Okay. More than anything in the world, I want this guy not to get his fucking inkjet off and kill me. It's okay, because my falling down actually directed their attention away from the zone, and it got us to win the game. What am I getting at? Okay. What I'm getting at is playing the game in its various forms can teach you things you might otherwise forget, not know, not realize. And I see this as important to recognize because it's also the explanation behind why some players seem to inexplicably have a solo queue mindset, right? Where their teammates practically don't exist to them in a competitive setting, and they front ahead and try their best just to kill people Um, it comes from an experience with the differences that competitive play has with very serious solo queue environments, right? That's that's kind of a realization I came to recently. Another thing I talked about today off camera was how when you get to a certain level of experience with the game, you have an understanding about how the game works, about what your weapon's role is, and about what you want to do in a given game and in your like Splatoon career, quote unquote, right? And that it honestly doesn't matter how long you've been playing. You have some perspective on how things work, and you should assert it just as confidently as people who have played this game since like Splatoon 1 came out, right? And they've been playing comp for just as long. Shit like that. Not because your not because your perspective is inherently more informed, but because asserting it will start a dialogue with people who are willing. Then it's up to you, you know, the mature person who is capable of change and consideration, to decide if what this person said, perhaps in contrary to what you believe, is worth incorporating into your belief of the game, right? This is a very complicated way of talking about how consensus and dialogue works in a community, right? But it's important for people to recognize, because I feel like there's an urge a lot of the time for people to defer to authority when in reality you're your own authority, right? Everyone sees the game so different because your experiences mold everything about how you see the game. Everything, right? Me personally, playing Explosher has given me a lot of perspectives on things like, well, as far as just the gameplay is concerned, it's made me a very defensively minded player, but it also has given me a perspective on, say, the incentive structure of the community, how people view off meta, how people understand alternative strategy, how people view low tiers that are actually like difficult to play. um, because you know, there's a difference between somebody playing Clash Blaster because it's all they've ever known, and then somebody playing probably like Explosher or, as I've said many times, H3, right? It's just very different experiences, man. Just very different experiences. I'm getting knockout after knockout, barely even dying. And man, does it feel good. I was playing Colors Aerospray earlier just for an exercise with Sherby, and it was going pretty well. I think today has been a good Splatoon day for me, and I want to keep it going because the rotation changes in 30 minutes, and I think I want to play X Battle in perfect silence all by myself. This match is probably going to be harder because we have a Hydra who... let me tell you, these Hydra folk, they don't fuck around with the whole winning games shit. They just get straight to losing. You know? I like to dog on certain weapons just because there's stereotypes of people who exist in solo queue and play them. I fully acknowledge and understand that Explosher has many such stereotypes that exist around it. But you know what? I know that it doesn't apply to me, so I am unbothered. The lion does not concern himself with trash talk, which does not actually include him. You know what I'm saying? If people can want to complain about Explosher being AFK or no skill, I know they're not talking about me because I don't play AFK, and I wait to take my shots. Like, this guy is just fronting ahead, and you know what? He's going to keep bumming up until he fucking dies. See? Like... I had to reposition super far in advance because I read the fuck out of that guy. Uh-oh. I don't like what's happening to the zone right now. No! Okay, now I'm AFK farming because I wanted to keep the zone, but it's not happening. We're gonna die to Trizuka right now. What the fuck? How did I live? Okay. Alright, that guy needs to go. He's dead. Fantastic. They all flooded onto the right stack because they didn't want to get hit by the storm. This is exactly the shit I was talking about earlier. Oh, this S-Blast is so lucky. Oh, never mind! Ah, I love playing Explosion. Dude, getting into a blaster's face is one of those just like, you won't moments that I love on Expo. It's like, you won't. Hit the directs, bro. See what it does for you. It's a lot easier for me than it is for you. Because I just gotta aim at you. You gotta aim like a projectile in the direction of where I'm going, and it's like type shit. I don't even know what the fuck I just said, but like, you get the point. Okay, that's one down. Let's let the S-Blast die. You mean to tell me my le teammate, it le kills people? Yes. Let's get the zone. Fantastic. Storm floods them out of our side. This S-Blast is fucking hysterical. He had to literally back up to hit the short range mode. That's so funny. Sherby's probably dead to a Booyah Bomb here. Wait. Wait. Fuck. I had so much confidence that that guy would just flub it because I'm used to a certain other S-Blast player flubbing it. Shout out Starlight. Anyways. We probably just win. Man, can we just knock out? Like, there's no way these guys win. They're not anywhere near good enough to do this shit. I literally knew there was a player there, but he's just skipped a little bit of ink back there where my crosshair is right now. And now he's got to try Zuka, and I'm on the fucking... Oh my god, and he's gonna pop up, and he's gonna use it. Yep. But no, now he's sensu, so he has to back up and use it. There we go. Yo, I love this Stamper. I might low-key have to reach out to him or something. This guy's funny as hell. This Tri-Stringer can back up. Our Stamper is a fucking hero. What the fuck? No! It's okay. We have a Hydra Splatling. Surely he kills that guy. Okay. Surely we keep the zone. Wait. We don't? Anyhow. Today was a good day because I was mindful. It's my first day off after like a big streak of work days in a row that felt really long and pretty tiring. I had good dinner. I had a Philly cheesesteak with some mushrooms in it and some sweet peppers, sweet onions. I need to get a recipe so that I can learn how to make it vegan style with just the mushrooms. And maybe like a cheese alternative in some way. #1 overall splatter. I fucking owned this video. Smash like for more good Explosion gameplay.